Hello again. I'm Evgeny, co-founder of Fluence, where we are working on a decentralized serverless compute platform. Um, so we had Filecoin event, right? So we believe that, and I think Protocol Labs is aligned with us on that, that storage is much better with compute, and it's much more valuable with compute. And we believe at Fluence that compute is much better when it's serverless, and I'm going to talk about it a little more. But first, slide about us. This is Fluence Labs. We are like around 20 people team right now. We are around um, in a space for a while. We raised a bunch of capital from great Web3 investors. Some of them actually are even here in this event. Um, we partnered with a bunch of companies from Filecoin ecosystem. We do a lot of talks. We you can find some content that we produce, which is pretty cool. Um, so uh, basically, what we are trying to achieve here is we are trying to bring serverless computing experience to Web3 world. Like serverless is probably many people know here what is cloud computing platforms like Amazon and Google, and they have like a huge segment of their offering called serverless, and it's actually like the fastest growing segment of the cloud right now. And developers love it because it brings a lot of convenience and simplicity in terms of using it, compared to just using pure deploy to pure hardware. And we are basically trying to bring this experience to Web3. And some of more specific analogies of like mapping to cloud stack. What we do is there's a functions as a service called Amazon Lambda, like a flagman product here, and they allow you to run code as a functions basically. And we run functions in WebAssembly on Fluence. They have these workflows or step functions on top of Lambda. And in our case, we have the product, the distributed execution protocol called Aqua, which also enables workflows on top of function execution. And then they have a lot of products that allow you to do load balancing, scaling, routing, things like that. And all of this also exists in Fluence, but as a programming language libraries. And actually, in details, we're gonna cover it at our workshop that's gonna be today at 5 p.m. And like, if you're interested, please come and we will talk about development stack in details. But what's important here is some principles of decentralized compute. Why decentralized compute is interesting and better than centralized compute is we believe that it brings some fundamental values to compute, which is fault tolerancy, verifiability, low cost, being compatible with everything, and serverless experience. So Fluence network is the network of compute providers. So basically, compared to centralized clouds where they own data centers, they own hardware, and they run everything on their hardware, here you engage with a network of different providers. It's independent companies, independent entities, like in Filecoin storage providers. And on top of this network, we bring the serverless toolset for developers, so developers can build applications and deploy them to these providers. And the whole network is managed by the DAO. So again, it's a toolset which is very familiar. It's a marketplace of providers with a security system, with computation proofs, with payment system. And there's a lot of data integrations, or like a lot of potential data integrations. By default, like currently we have integrations with IPFS, like EVM networks, HTTP. But basically we want to plug any centralized or decentralized data source to the system so you can run computation like based on any event coming from any data source like blockchain or Amazon S3, and then write the result of the computation anywhere else, like to Filecoin or to like blockchain, like back to blockchain, for example. The important piece of it is the payment model. By default, Fluence payment model based on stablecoins. So like developers paying stablecoin to providers, but we want to enable basically payment in any ERC20 token that provider can take if they want to take this, you can pay with this. And this like basically makes it super flexible. You can mint your own token and agree with providers they're gonna accept your token, and basically the infrastructure, the cloud infrastructure becomes free for you. The other thing is we are transitioning to payments per request, because like in serverless products in Lambda, you pay per request. Currently at Fluence, you pay for time still, but we are like next year we enable pay per request model. Yeah, so again, Compute Marketplace, this is the marketplace of providers. Providers are, a lot of them basically are similar entities to Filecoin storage providers. So it's a companies that run a lot of hardware. They have reliable servers sitting in data centers with like a great internet connection, because reliability here is important. And they offer their resources on marketplace, so you can choose whoever you like. You can choose like based on price. You will be able to choose based on many more parameters. And they have incentive to serve you well, because there is a proofs of computations involved. And some short overview of verifiability. Basically, there are two types of like secure proofs here. One of the proof is providers have to constantly run the work that validates that they allocated their servers to the network. And for this, they get some token rewards. So you basically, if you see some providers on network, you know that they are connected to a network. So these resources like really exist, and they are not, just announced on the network, but busy with something else. And another thing is proof of computation, which is based on our development stack, on our execution protocol, that basically probabilistically gives probabilistic guarantees that the execution is being done correctly. So whatever you run on Fluence, you have this verifiability option. Also, Fluence builds its economics, like its marketplace and payments on IPC, on Filecoin IPC, which is layer 2 network, which was announced before. And we're using it because it's super convenient. It allows a lot of flexibility for our deployments, like a lot of customization that we need. Plus, we are close. We want to be close to data, and so we want to be close to Filecoin main chain. But we still want cheap transactions. That's why basically we're doing it at layer 2. And one more important thing is Fluence is on testnet right now. The mainnet is coming this winter, like probably end of winter. That's will be announced later, but testnet is up and running, so you can already try deploying your applications on a testnet. And the roadmap is actually pretty huge. We want to enable a lot of features. We want to have Docker support, like Lambda also have now Docker support. We want to have ability for functions to interact with GPUs, so you would be able to run AI models on it. We have a lot of features coming on the marketplace side, also like liquid staking, like ability to pay with fiat. A lot of people want to, even if with stablecoin payments, they still want to pay with their credit card. So some fiat gateways is useful here. So this is basically a long roadmap of features here. There's some couple of call to actions here. If any of storage providers here in audience, please talk to us. We'll tell you how to monetize your compute resources with Fluence. Builders, deploy to Fluence and join our workshop. Investors and others, reach out, let's chat. And last slide is announcement actually of our workshop. Today at 5 p.m. we're gonna distribute these t-shirts like this. People love it, I think. It says Biddle. So if you would be able to follow the workshop and successfully deploy the app, you have a chance to get this one. So please come to our workshop, and thank you.